Hello everyone. Here's a simple demo of how to make teaching videos using just your laptop. And if you have a mic, that's good. But in this case, today I'm just going to use my laptop and the mic that is in my laptop. So making memorable videos. The software I'm using here today is called iSpring FreeCam 8. It's similar to what you would do if you were using Adobe Connect or any other recording software. I just want to go through the motions with you today. If you download this software, you'll get an icon like this. And if you click on the icon, you will come to a screen where it will invite you to create a new recording. So let us say that today I want to start creating a recording. I would have selected first of all a certain part of my screen to be recorded. You see what I did here was, if you can see this dotted line here, I selected this area of my screen to be recorded into a video. And this software has given me a button to say click on this button and start your recording. When I have done completed my recording, I will click on this button again to pause it. And if I want, I can bring in a video, I can bring in other things, I can pause, go away and come back and continue making my video. But if I'm done, then this word cancel will now become done. And once I click on done, then the video will start processing itself. So let's see. As a demo, I today would like to talk about financial ratios, specifically in the area of profitability. Now you might think that profitability or talking about financial ratios is a very technical area, but making a video is not as complex as one might imagine. Let us say I want to talk to my students about profitability. And while talking to them about profitability, I want to explain to them the difference between profit and profitability. So I will probably explain to them that, look guys, profit is probably a surplus, is simply a surplus of income over cost. In a business, if you make more income than your cost, then you make a profit. If your income is lesser and your costs are more, and then of course it means you have made a loss. So for a business, income, which is sometimes called revenue, which is also called sales by the way, the income from your sales minus all your costs equal profit. And then I would explain to them how these costs work and things like that. And having discussed profit, I might then want to move on to explain the concept of profitability. Profit is simply total income from sales minus cost, whereas profitability is the rate at which revenue and profits are generated. Now, if I wanted, I could of course use the PowerPoint's ability to zoom in this video, this particular PowerPoint slide, and bring in some animation if I wanted. So it's up to us how much pizzazz we want to add to our presentation. Then I would explain to them profitability components. So usually we talk about profitability having three components: rate at which income is generated, comparing profits to revenue, comparing profits to investment, and stuff like that. Now, of course, if I was just talking about technical stuff like this, it might be difficult for people to follow. So we would usually have an Excel worksheet ready. In fact, whatever the program that you are teaching, whatever the subject you are teaching, there are always some messages that have a more permanent message to them. Then there are other things that we are teaching where we want to demo something, or we want to use a whiteboard. And a good electronic whiteboard is of course an Excel worksheet. So you see here, I have prepared an Excel worksheet where I took the accounts of Maxis Berhad. These are their statements of profit or loss for the financial year 31st December 2018. And I'm going to talk to the class about what is profit, revenue. You can see the first line there, revenue, less all these costs, and you can see profit for the financial year. So if we were to answer the question, what was the profit for each year for the year 2018, we would take this number and we would say, well, it was 1.7 billion, because these numbers are thousands of ringgit, and the previous year it was a bit more at 2 billion. Now if we were to teach profitability to the students and take the value of total assets from the accounts, we could key in the ratios for the students. Like in this case, I have given the ratio already, revenue over total assets, and I have taken the revenue earlier. If you see, the revenue was 9192,436 and RM thousands, by the way, so 9 billion. Maxis earned a revenue of 9 billion compared to the assets that they have 19.8 billion. So basically, the revenue that Maxis generated was 46 cents of revenue, of income, of sales for every dollar invested in the business. That tells you something about the rate at which they generate income. So if I wanted to work out margin would be how we express profit as a percentage of the sales. So I know that the profit, as we calculated it, or rather as we recorded it earlier, was 1.7 billion in 2018. And if I take this value divided by revenue I know is 9192, and I will get a percentage. So the profit margin of this telco is 19%. Whether it's good or bad would then depend on how we compare it with DG and other telcos, of course. Now you could, while teaching, you can make your Excel worksheet a bit better looking. I could say Control V and make this bold and highlight it with yellow. And the same thing for the values here. I could highlight it as yellow. This is, of course, I'm using Excel to do some maths. Even if you are not doing any maths, you might want to just explain certain things here. The economic reasons for generating profits are, you could get 1, 2, and so on and so forth. So it's always a good idea to use PowerPoint and Excel worksheet when you are making videos, because there will be some information that you want to show in a permanent way, or you want to repeat it again and again. And there's some information which you want to show people in a chalk and talk system. So in this case, maybe after I have finished my session, I could say thank you and goodbye, something like that. It's a very, very good tool to use. Once I have completed my session, what will happen here is that I will actually look at my screen. This is the screen that I will see, and I will then use this button, save as a video. And when I click on this, it will start exporting this as a WMV file. And I have saved this file now as demo 1, and when I save this as demo 1, I will then put it up to YouTube. How we put it up to YouTube is the subject matter of my discussion in the next video. Thank you for listening to this one.